I feel like I'm literally giving you guys a free therapy session here. Never, ever, ever, ever lower your standard for anyone. Can I get an amen, ladies? Cheers. Hello there, darlings. Welcome to Edwige Mode, where I share all things fabulous. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Edwige and I love fashion, beauty and lifestyle. So if you love that too, this is definitely the channel for you. In this channel, I share fashion content, lifestyle, I share beauty, fragrances. We have get ready with me's, like we just talk about lots and lots of things. Currently, I'm on a journey where I'm a single woman who's dating for a marriage. So I thought it would be interesting to share my thoughts because I do get a lot of questions from single women who are dating. Again, in this video, I'm sharing my opinion. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying and you don't have to live by what I say. This is literally how I see things, and I'm sure you also see things differently. So we are all allowed to have our opinion. This is why I'm making this video, because so many of you ask me lots and lots of questions all the time about dating, and especially women who enjoy a bit of luxury. I feel like women who enjoy a bit of luxury tend to struggle a lot in dating in this day and age, but I think we'll dive into that a little bit more so I can share my views with you. But honestly, this video is how to maintain your elegance and class while dating. I've written some notes on my phone just because I don't want to forget. In the meantime, I'll be doing my makeup. I feel like you've seen me do my makeup so many times, so I won't be going into details with the makeup, but just rather concentrate on the topic. I've already prepped my skin with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This was kindly gifted to me by the brand. Thank you so much. I love it. I cannot do my makeup without this, okay? So ladies, grab your drink. It's gonna be a long one. I'm drinking my mango and pineapple juice. Head over to your kitchen, grab yourself some champagne, make yourself a cocktail, make yourself a hot drink, drink some water, and let's dive in. So, number one on my list is know your worth and value, okay? Okay, so for my foundation, I'm gonna go for my absolute favorite. If I look this way, it's because my mirror is here. This is my Pat McGrath foundation, was kindly also gifted by the brand. I love this foundation for that silky, smooth, rich, expensive sort of look. I love it so much. So know your worth before you go out in the field, because it is crazy out there. Know your worth, know your values and your credentials. So as a woman, I think it's important to know your credentials. I don't think a man should ever ask a woman what you bring to the table, because it's always there in front of you. So everything is always in your face. I find it quite rude when men say, okay, so what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? I don't think anybody should be asking a woman, how would you bring to the table? It's just so rude. It's the same way as a man asking a woman, hey, how old are you? Like, are you okay? The right man will see you, will see your values straight away. So I'm using my beauty blender. It's important to know what you bring to the table in terms of your value, your credentials, your worth. Know your worth, ladies. Whilst dating, there's nothing more important than knowing your worth, because knowing your worth will determine what you settle for. Do you see what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, a man of your caliber will already know. If they've seen you online, they will already know the type of woman that you are, because men like to study the woman that they like. So the right man will already see your value, your worth by how you carry yourself. So this is what I always say. It's very important as a woman to know how to carry yourself. What are some of the things that makes you different? Because it's just kind of like going to a job interview, isn't it? If an employee is looking for a candidate, what they will do is they will try to differentiate what makes each candidate different. Because when men are dating, whether we like it or not, men date multiple women at the same time, okay? They do it, especially when it's for marriage. I'm not saying all men do, but majority of men like to, test the waters and see what's out there. So it's always important to know your worth, because how you carry yourself, what you tolerate, will allow the man to place you in a certain category, whether you're wife, whether you're girlfriend, whether you're smash, whether you're whatever. Okay, and I think men are very quick to make their mind up about women. So as a woman, when you're dating, especially my girls who are dating for marriage, I would say know your worth, know your value. Essentially, those are the things that you bring to the table, okay? Know your value, know your worth. Your values are things that makes you special and stand out. I think it's very important. I know my values, so I'm not gonna let a man speak to me anyhow. I'm not gonna let a man disrespect me. I'm not gonna let a man call me names. I'm not gonna let a man talk down on me. Do you see, like all those things? Because I know my worth, I know my values, so I would walk away. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in lying to somebody. I don't believe in dating somebody just because they have money. I don't believe in dating somebody just because they have nice cars. No, I'm gonna date you because you're a nice person, because you have a good heart, because you're genuinely a beautiful soul. Like that's why, because you're a man of integral. Do you know what I mean? Like for all those reasons, that's why I would date somebody. So I think it's important to figure out what your values and what your credentials are. So ladies, after that, I think it's important to know your objective. So as a woman, what are you dating for? Once you know what you're dating for, then you will know who should stay in your life. And you have to be very vocal about what you want. Sorry, I'm looking for a brush. There we go. You have to be very vocal about what you're looking for. So as an objective, I said it's very important to date with purpose. I personally would always ask the man, okay, so what are you looking for? They'll say, okay, I'm looking for someone to marry. I'm looking for something serious. I'm looking for a lifetime partner. And then I would always ask them, okay, so why do you want to date me? Because I want to know, why do you want to date me? You know, so it may not be in that form, but maybe you'll be on a first date, or maybe on the phone. Okay, so why do you want to get to know me? Why do you want to date me? Like, what stood out? Because there are so many women out there, you know, what stood out about me? And according to the answer, I will already kind of get an idea where he's placing me. Because I feel like a lot of people are dating with no purpose. Ladies, run from men who says, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and then, oh, I don't want to get married, but you know, you might change my mind. Ladies, run, because he's going to waste your time beautifully. I've been doing a bit of therapy with someone, and I met her like last summer. And to be honest with you, it's been amazing. We kind of spoke about my childhood. We spoke about my relationships and things like that. And she said to me, and she made me realize something. She said to me, Edwige, do you feel like you're ready to get married? I said, yes, I'm ready. So she said to me, so why have you been speaking to men who are not ready? Just because a man says that he's ready to marry, but does his position, his finances, allow him to be ready right now? And I said no. So she's like, so why are you with that person? Like, and the thing is, I completely understand her, because I don't believe in dating men just because they have money, like I mentioned to you before. But as a woman who's ready to get married, you cannot marry a man who doesn't work. How is it going to work? How is it going to marry you? How is it going to provide for you and your children? Like, it doesn't make sense. And as a man who wants all these things, and I think in our society, especially in the black culture, women are always taught to be patient. Oh, it's okay if a man is not working. Be patient, you know, until he finds a job. Nah. But for me personally, like my therapist said, Edwige, that's where you're going wrong. Stop dating men who are not ready. They may say, oh, I'm in love with you, I want to marry you, I want to be with you, but does his position right now allow him to be the man that you want? No, because he's chasing after his dreams. He's starting up his own thing. He is running around trying to make money. He doesn't have time for you. And I feel like, and that's again goes down to knowing your worth and knowing your values. Like, and the thing is, like, do you have time to wait? Me personally, I don't have time. Some men sometimes tend to think, oh, you know, as a woman, you need to be patient and wait on your man. Nah, 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 nah. It's important just to have somebody who loves you. I get that. Of course, the goal is to have somebody who loves me, but somebody who is also able to look after me. You know, I'm in my 30s. I want to have children in the next few years. So I need somebody who's already established themselves. Do you know what I mean? Because then they could even help me to establish myself, because as a man, it's a man's duty to elevate his woman, and it's a woman's job to elevate her man. So my role is to use my feminine energy to help my man reach even higher heights to where he is already. But you need to know that you need a man that's ready, full stop. And I was just like, wow, this is deep. I never ever looked at it that way. And she was like, and to be honest with you, it's helped me so much. She was like, this is it, Edwige, this is it. You need a man that's ready. That's not just saying that he's ready. So what I'm trying to say, ladies, when you're dating, my elegant ladies, know your objective and stick to your guns. Don't settle. Stick to your guns. Know what you want. If it's marriage that you want, that's it. That's all you are going to, that's the kind of men that you are going to entertain. And when you know all these things, it kind of allows you to get rid of the people who do not match that standard, you know. So I think that's very, very important. The next point was, what type of man do you want? So this is another point that my therapist made to me. I feel like I'm literally giving you guys a free therapy session here. Where is my concealer? Okay, I can't find the dark concealer. I'm gonna use the light one. So she said to me, Edwige, what kind of man do you want? When you're dating, it's important to establish. If you have to write these things down so that you can remind yourself every time you meet somebody, try and categorize them. Because most people will say, oh, love is love. It's not meant to be so complicated. Like, I get it. But when you think about it this way, this is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. This is the person you are going to enjoy every experience with. This is the person who would either make you or break you. It's that deep. Because people don't think enough about these things, this is why there are so many divorces. My therapist said to me, Edwige, you need to think, how is this man good for my future? I said, you are talking. She said, is this man good for your future? Not just for today. And I said to her, you know what? This is so true. A lot of the times we date just for today. What you need to be thinking is this man good for my future? Can I reach my goals? Can he help me to reach my goals? Can he help me to become a better woman? A better member of society? Can I help him to become a better man? A better member of society? She said, these are the questions you need to be asking yourself. So don't date a guy because of who he is today, but also date of who he will be tomorrow, in a sense of, can he make your life easier? I said, now you are talking. So anyway, so that is literally a point that my ladies, my elegant ladies, you need to consider when dating. Is this man good for your future? But back to the caliber of man, you know, figure out what kind of man do you want to date. And for me, I said, I want to date a high valued man. I can only marry a high valued man. There's no way around it. And I think often people, society, especially my Congolese people, would make you feel like a man is a man. Any man that shows interest as a woman, you have to just go with it. And I disagree. It's as a classy woman, elegant woman, not every man deserves your time. And I stand tall when I say this. Not every man deserves my time. Because if that's the case, then I would be with every man. Then I would, do you see what I'm saying? Then I will be dating every single guy on earth, and it's impossible. It's impossible. There's no way I can give every guy my time. If this man does not fit the criteria and the levels that I want, they cannot be in my life. The same way, if a woman does not fit a man's and men are so brutal when it comes to this. I've experienced it, I've lived it. When a man does not want you, he does not want you. He will not give you even an ear. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't care, and he will tell you. The way he moves will just tell you that I do not care about you. So as women, my elegant women, I would say, be careful when you are dating. Try not to invest too early. See what this man is really about, and establishing the category of man that you want will tell you everything. Like I was saying earlier, for me, a high valued man is all that I'm going to date. And some, again, will get it twisted and say, oh, a high valued man is a rich man. No. Go do your research, sis. A high valued man is a man of honor, a man of integrity, a respectful man, is a high quality man in every aspect, especially mindset. He's high quality. And when you are dating a high valued man, a lot of things will just fall into place. You don't really have to say much because he's a high quality man. He's a high quality man, most of the times slightly more experienced, always better. Being with a high quality man is a beautiful thing, because this high quality man, high valued man will literally elevate you. You will be elevated by just being in their presence. There's no such thing as perfection. There's no perfect man, but a high valued man, if you are a high valued woman, you should require yourself a high valued man. I think it's so important to know the kind of man that you want, because if you're a high valued woman and you're dating, men who are not high valued, what do you expect to get in return? You're gonna get disappointments after disappointments. And as a woman, it's okay to say that I only date high valued men. Don't let people talk you into saying, you're so high maintenance. And this is something that I've had to fight. And a lot of girls message me this, a lot of men that I've been seeing, they call me high maintenance because I like a bit of luxury, because I don't want them to take me to restaurants that are not my standard. And babe, this will determine the man that you are dating. If a man that you are dating says, all you do is go to expensive restaurants, all you do, you're too much, your lifestyle is too much, you act like you're this, you act like you're that. Listen, he's not a high valued man. This is not the type of person you should be with. What you need to be, the high valued man, a man of quality, already lives this lifestyle. So this is why I've been saying this for so long. I cannot date somebody who does not enjoy the same lifestyle at the same level which I do. You know what? The UK girlies on TikTok have been literally going crazy over this ELF hydrating concealer. This is in Cameo. I've been trying it out and I love it. And yeah, so I just like to put some here. Listen, I went to a wedding on Saturday. And I went to a surprise engagement on Sunday. I think it was, I can't remember. But when I tell you, the things that I saw, when a man loves you, even if he doesn't have an amazing job, he will look after you with pleasure. He will take you to the places that you love. It may not be every day, but he will try his best to cater to you and your needs. If it's flowers that you like, you'll be getting flowers on a regular. As women, we need to stop settling. Honestly, so when people say, your expectations are too high. No. There's a man out there who's willing to do everything that I want and more. Do you see what I mean? Everything that I want. So nobody, and the thing is, when you meet a man of quality will tell you, that's all you want. It's a little problem. I can give you that and more. This is it. Like for me, for example, I'll give you my example. Men who don't get it, men who are not high valued men, high men of quality, they will see me as a challenge. I tell you, I've been in the presence of a high caliber, men who are high valued men, and they're like, Edwige, you're so simple. And I'm like, Edwige, you're so simple. But to a man who doesn't have it, who's not a high valued man, me, Edwige, to them, I'm a threat. You see, I'm a threat. And this, I know it. To a man who's not used to a woman like me, who's not a high valued man, you're a threat. Edwige, you're a threat. You're too much. But to a man who got it, a high valued man, me, Edwige, a petit problème. You're so simple, they say. So you will start to understand that, oh, it's the type of men that I'm going for. So my classy ladies, when you're dating, make sure you figure out what are the qualities that you want in a man. What kind of man are you looking for? What caliber does he fit in? Okay? As a classy woman, it's okay to say that, you know what? Thank you for showing interest, but you're not what I'm looking for. It's okay. Men do it all the time. It's okay. I feel like as women, we always feel like we have to give a guy a chance, but not everyone is worth your time, and I've learned that. Next on my list, babes, is to keep your standards high, to have your standards in place. So I've done my concealer. What I'm gonna do now is highlight. I'm gonna add this e.l.f. concealer in shade medium warm. Anyway, all the details will be done in the description. Babes, it's so important to have your standards in place. Your standards will protect you from low quality men, honestly. And don't let anyone tell you that your standards are too high, because the right man will appreciate your standards, because he knows that you're a respectful woman. People who don't have standards don't have respect. They are not respectful people. They live their life anyhow. Having standards for me is a form of protection. You know, my standards protects me from low quality experiences and low quality things and low quality people. Standards is my standards are my guide to life, to dating. I believe everybody should have standards. Never, ever, ever, ever lower your standard for anyone. Can I get an amen, ladies? Cheers. Where was I? So keep your standards high. Keep your standards high, then add tax, okay? Literally, because nothing is for free over here, okay? If you want a high quality man, you definitely need to have your standards high, okay? And keep your standards high. High quality men respect standards. They actually want a partner that has standards, because they do have standards for themselves. You know, you are potentially somebody who's going to help them raise children. You know, you're going to be their partner, especially if you're dating somebody who's very well established. They would want somebody who's very, very educated in that sense and has standards. That not necessarily someone who's, you know, a graduate with like master's degree. It doesn't, those things don't really matter to men. Men just want women who, you know, hold themselves at a certain a high regard. Most people would associate high standards with a woman being combative, and like they're two different things at all. Just because my standards are high doesn't mean I'm going to be combative. Like, I am a very feminine woman. I operate from my feminine energy. I believe that it's important to be agreeable, to be soft with a man, but at the same time, a man has to work to put me, to place me in my feminine energy. And a lot of men don't actually understand this. And this is why you see a lot of relationships are clashing and breaking. Naturally, me personally, I'm a soft woman. How I deal with things in a very soft manner, but I've also experienced a situation where I've not behaved this way because the person has placed me in my masculine energy. So it's very important for men to learn how to work to place a woman in a soft energy, so a feminine energy, so that, you know, in order to get the best out of a woman, you need to place her in her feminine energy. And men, a lot of men don't realize this. You know, a high valued man will protect your standards. They'll be so happy to have a woman that has standards for herself, a woman that takes care of herself, a woman that takes care of her home, takes care of her mind, a woman that takes care of her body. She is, you don't see her everywhere, you know, like you really have to like be specific about these things, and not just because of a man, but do it for yourself. You know, for example, you're not gonna find me at the club at all. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna find me at a party that I've not been invited to. No. If I've gone on a date, I have a certain time I have to leave to come to my house. I'm not gonna be at a date past 11 o'clock. No. Especially if it's a first date. So these are also kind of your standards, because again, it depends the type of man that you want to go for. And I know that the type of man that I want will see that and will appreciate it, that Edwige does not stay out with strangers past this amount, this 11 o'clock. This is a woman that I can trust, because I know if I call her at 11 o'clock, she's in her house. Do you see what I mean? And this is, I want to build that kind of relationship. So this is how I live my life. I'm not just doing it for a man. I'm doing it because this is my standard. The wrong men will be like, oh, there's so much rules and regulation to being with you. And it's like, no, babes, it's called respect. Because you need to know that I respect myself. I love this. This is the Putacana bronzer by NARS. You need to know the type of woman that you're dealing with. I respect myself. I have standards for myself. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I have to work. So all those things really comes to account, and the right man will see that, and he will appreciate the fact that you have standards, the fact that, you know, you value yourself. You're not just gonna stay out late because he could actually be testing you as well, thinking, okay, so this woman is willing to stay out with me until 2 a.m. and she doesn't even know me. Do you see what I'm saying? So you as a woman, you have to use your feminine energy to be soft and I think as a woman as well, I feel like a lot of the times we go wrong when we're dating, because I've definitely done this in the past, where you throw all your standards. Oh, I'm not gonna do this. You can only take me here. I'm not gonna accept that. No, there's a way to do it. You know, as women, we need to understand that even if the man is high valued, you may come across a little bit too, not even aggressive, but too demanding, okay? A woman who's operating from her feminine energy does not demand things. Not at all. Like, we have been taught wrong, babe. You do not need to demand anything. So when you're dating, my elegant ladies, do not demand for the guy to take you to the shards. Do not demand for the guy to buy you a Chanel bag, because he's going to, if he's a high valued man, he's going to see how you live your life anyway. He's going to see that you don't go to Nando's for a date, okay? You go to cheeky Nando's to grab something, or like casually. Do you see what I'm saying? He's gonna know that, okay, I've only seen her wear Prada and Chanel, maybe Hermes, maybe Dior. So he has an idea. Men are very visual. They pay attention to the details. The right men pay attention to the details. So as a woman, I would say when you're dating, just be careful. You don't need to demand anything from the man. There's ways of asking. If you want the man to take you to a nice restaurant, so maybe what you should do, if he says, oh, you know, there's this restaurant locally, they serve like chicken and chips. I think we should go there for our first date. Nah. So you can say, oh, that's nice of you, darling. Thank you for thinking about that. It sounds lovely. But I would like for us to go to this restaurant. This is where I usually go. I don't really like to eat at any other restaurants that's not like this. So if you don't mind, can we go there? And he would probably be like, okay, cool, no problem, because he wants to please you. You see, I feel like often it's not even a fight. Like, there's no need to even fight for it, babe. Just be gentle and say, and kindly decline that offer and just say, oh, that's really nice, thank you. And it's not even being fake at all. And I feel like as women, we need to learn how to use our feminine energy. Literally, when you know how to use your feminine energy, you can get whatever you want from a man. And I'm not telling you to go out and use anybody, please. Don't twist my words. What I'm saying is, when you are interested in a man, As a woman, you need to learn how to be soft so that this man can receive you in your most feminine energy, so you can persuade him, you can love him, he can trust you, you can trust him, so that you can be on this journey together. As a woman, you don't need to be too loud or too crazy to get the right man to look at you. If you want a high valued man, he will not respond to you if you're being too loud, if you're being too aggressive, if you're being too demanding. He's not going to respond well. So one thing I've learned about men, high quality men, as a woman, you really have to learn how to use your feminine energy. If you want me to make more videos on this, let me know. Your feminine energy literally determines how a man treats you, and you can literally help a man achieve his goals by learning how to use your feminine energy, because your feminine energy is all about inspiring. It's all about receiving. You need to place yourself at a receiving end. And he also, if he's the right man, a masculine man, and that's another thing, when I was talking about categories, I can only be with a masculine man. I cannot be with a man that's feminine, because I've realized a lot of men are emotional, very emotional, just like I am. And I'm an emotional woman, very emotional. I'm very soft with it, but I'm very emotional. But not emotional in the sense where I act crazy. It's just that I'm very in touch with my emotions. I cry a lot, like in that sort of sense, you know, I cry a lot. I get very I'm very sensitive, you know, to things. I'm a very sensitive person. So I need to be with somebody who gets that, who's masculine but soft with it, who knows how to work me, you know. That's very important, very, very important. So you need to establish what that looks like for you, ladies, okay? So this is my everyday makeup. We're not doing anything too crazy. I've already added some color here. And then now we're gonna go ahead. What's next on our list? You need to figure out your deal breaker, okay? So deal breakers, I even wrote it here. It's important to have your deal breakers listed so that you know what you will not stand for, okay? What you will not tolerate. These are called deal breakers. So for example, for me, my deal breakers are the fact that I can't do 50-50 with a man. It's impossible. I can't. I need me a high valued man who is capable, because I am a high valued woman who is capable. I will look after my man without having to go 50-50 with him to do that. So why do I need to go 50-50 with a man for him to do his job and to look after me? It doesn't make sense. Because when I'm looking after you, I'm doing it 100%. When I'm looking after the kids, the home, because like I mentioned, I want to be a traditional wife, okay? Like my mum was. But at the same time, I am a traditional woman with modern values. I always say this, like I am modernized because do you know what I mean? I'm living in London. I've been in the UK since the age of 7. So I am modern, but with traditional values. So because of my traditional aspect, I want to be a mom. I want to be a housewife, you know, but obviously I want to work doing what I do and pursuing my dreams at the same time. So I need a man that understands that and supports me. So I don't need your 50-50 to do that. So why do you need to go 50-50 with me? That's a deal breaker. I can't. So for some people, it might be, I don't know, a divorcee, somebody with children. For some people, it may be bad breath. I don't know. Like there's so many things that are deal breakers. But for me, definitely is 50-50. I cannot, you know, I can't be with somebody who's, this may be sensitive to some, but it's no discrimination. I couldn't be with a Muslim because we have two different beliefs, and the Bible says that two who do not agree cannot be together. You cannot walk on the same path because you're not going to agree. How you want to bring up children and how I want to bring up children, they're going to be completely different, and it's just going to be catastrophic. It's just going to be crazy. It's not going to work. I believe in chivalry, which is a high mindset of consideration. You know when a man opens the car doors for you, when you're crossing the road, he holds your hand, takes you away from the road, pulls your seat at a restaurant. I appreciate that. I appreciate a high valued man that appreciates chivalry. I love that. It's a form of love and appreciation. For me, like I love it. some may say, oh my God, like, who do you think you are? You think you're a queen? Yes, I am my man's queen and he is my king. Chivalry is normal to a man of high value. A high value man is like, it's normal. He would automatically pull out your chair at a restaurant. He would automatically give you his coat if you're cold, or he would ask you, can I give you my coat? Do you want my coat if you're cold? Where a man that's not a high valued man, these things will not even cross his mind. Like, he doesn't care if you're cold or not. He sees you both the same. And I think as a soft, elegant woman, it's important to understand that men and women are not the same. It's okay for a man to be it's okay for a man to be the head of the family. It doesn't mean you're less than at all. And a high valued man will never make you feel like you are less than. But you understand that in every corporation, there's always a leader, there's always a head, you know. You need a manager, you need a CEO, a manager, a supervisor to run a business. And I believe that a household works the same way. You both have a say. But obviously, some people abuse that. But we are not here to talk about those people. We are talking about classy individuals. So I've just added some pink on there. Lately, I'm loving this pink blush. I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, blend this in so that I don't look crazy. But I'm loving that UK Girl highlighter. It's literally my fave. So we're going to take some on the brush and pour it on my nose. Honestly guys, I'm literally sitting, like, look how long this hair is, I'm sitting on it. Okay babes, so ooh, look, lifestyle. I wrote so many things for lifestyle. Okay, this video is going to be so long. So I believe that lifestyle is important. I get so many girls asking me, Edwige, how do I let him know that I enjoy luxury without scaring him away? And I learned that a high valued man will already see the life that you live, and he's already confident that he can give it to you. He's not afraid that you enjoy luxury, because let's be honest, you see these things, don't you? But some men will see that you enjoy your luxury life. They cannot meet you at this level, but they will still try to pursue you. And then when they see that they can't actually match you at all, it becomes an issue. So this is why I always say it's important to date people who are within your level, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, okay? Again, we are not talking about rich men, we are talking about men of quality, okay? A high valued man is a man of quality. So ladies, to answer your question, I believe the right man will see how you carry yourself, will see your lifestyle, and it's not even going to be a problem. It's not going to be an issue for the right man. So you don't need to worry yourself too much about this. What I'm trying to say is, you don't have to tell a man when you're dating that, oh, I enjoy luxury, oh, I enjoy this. No, he will already see the type of life that you live. By looking at you, he will be able to categorize you. And if he follows you on social media and you post your lifestyle, he will be able to see these things and he will meet you at your level. So the right man will meet you at your level. A man who doesn't want to meet you at your level, ladies, you have to run. And the thing is, if a man says, look babes, right now I can give you what you want, I can love you and give you everything that you need, but right now it's just not the right time for me, give me some time. No. Depending on your relationship, so we can't really knock that. Do you understand? So in life, sometimes you have to wait a little bit for the things that you deserve. But if you know that, okay, cool, I want to be married in the next year, for example, then you can't be with somebody who's saying that, look, I need 2 years to work on my finances, I need 5 years, and you're like, no, I need to get married, I have my kids in the next year or two. Then you really cannot. You have to think about your future and you have to be selfish with it. So now I'm just going to apply my lip gloss. This is my everyday makeup. This is my Dior lip maximizer. I love it in pink. You really have to be smart with it, ladies. You cannot just accept anything. You can consider it, and are you willing to wait? And don't let men make you feel, ooh, don't let men make you feel like you're a horrible person for not wanting to wait. Because a man will not wait for a woman who's not ready. He will not wait. If he doesn't want you, he's not going to wait for you. Whether it's for you to work on your attitude, whether it's for you to learn how to cook, whether it's for you to learn, I don't know what it is, but men are very selfish with it, and we have to learn from them. You have to learn to be selfish, because this is your life. You only get one life, and it's not even a bad thing. I'm not even saying it as a bad thing. This is your life. You only get one life, so you need to make sure that you live your life to the fullest, that you get everything that you deserve, and the right man will want to give you everything that you deserve without having to fight for it. So do you and this man live the same lifestyle? Because don't forget, this is the person you're going to live with for the rest of your life. You're going to enjoy holidays with. This is your companion. This is your restaurant partner for life. So if you don't like the same things, why are you going to be with this person? Because it's always going to be a conflict. You're always going to be fighting of where to go, the kind of places you want to go, the kind of hotels you want to go to. For example, I only stay at 5-star hotels. It's a standard that I build for myself. Of course, I'm not going to try and be with somebody who enjoys staying at 2 stars. It's impossible. A situation may happen where we have to stay somewhere that's not nice. I get it, that's fine. But if I'm planning a holiday, I'm sorry, I'm not going to lower that standard by myself. I'm not going to lower that standard with a man, because I can take care of myself in that aspect as a single woman. Take myself on a holiday and stay at a 5-star. So as a man who's a high-valued man, a protector and provider, he would want to make me feel safe. So therefore, he will provide that for me. Did you see what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to. So this is MISAMU Beauty Setting Spray. My makeup is done, and we are going to continue our conversation. We're almost done, but I'm just going to spray. So this is my everyday makeup. I don't do too much, because this is like running errands, going on a light brunch, light lunch. I have falsies on, so I'm not going to put any lashes. So compatibility is not just about mindset, it's also about lifestyle. It's also about how you want to raise your children. It's also about how you want to live your life. You really have to be compatible in everything. You have to want the same things. Like, ultimately, this should be the goal. You should want to live the same life. And then again, this brings me to the 50-50 of who should pay on the first date. Because so many girls ask me this question all the time. Like I said, for me, I won't go 50-50 with a man, because that's my standard, because I need me a man that's a provider. When I've been in the presence of a man that's a provider and I try to pay for things, they actually take it as a disrespect. You see, there's a difference. There's a difference here. When you are with a provider, a man of a high value, high caliber, a man with integrity, he doesn't even want to see your wallet. When you're with him, you take your lip gloss and your phone and you're done. So when people say, oh, you should at least try to pay, then you know, and then he'll tell you, oh, don't worry about it. No. When you are with a provider, a man of a high caliber, he doesn't even want to see your wallet. He doesn't even know he doesn't want to know what color your wallet is, unless he's going to buy you a new one. So this is what I'm saying, and this is what I know. This is what I'm used to. So therefore, I know that the man I want is that kind of man. But if you want to go 50-50 with a man, and if your man wants to go 50-50, that's okay. And I know when you're married, things are different. And when I'm talking about these things, I'm talking about dating only. Because situations may change when you're married. This is your life partner. So of course, you may have to pay bills 50-50. You may have to do, I don't know, to support your man. I get that. But when you are dating, do you see where I'm coming with that? So as a traditional woman with modern values, like I keep saying, traditional men took care of these things. And this is why I always say, go for men who kind of want a traditional woman, because they will appreciate that. nobody's traditional 100% because we are all modernized, and do you know what I'm saying? So a traditional man with traditional values will understand that a woman does not bring out her purse. So that's why I say in that respect. And this actually brings me to my next thing. Should women make the first move? Oh, I didn't even show you my makeup. I'm just loving that bright under eye. The UK girlies have been going crazy about this on TikTok, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And I love it. Natural, everyday, peachy. We love to see it. So, okay. Me and Dorky have been debating about this for the longest time. So many of you guys, ladies, have been messaging me about this. And like I've been saying, personally, from a traditional point of view, like I said from the beginning, disclaimer, these are my opinion, what I live by. You don't have to agree with them. If you do, great. If you don't, that's fine. We are all allowed to have an opinion and have our standards and how we want to live our lives. Me personally, I don't make the first move. I know you're gonna come for me and say it's 2023, and I've had my male friends that say, Edwige, men wanna be chased too. And I said, no. God did God create me first? God didn't create me first. God created you first, and then he created me. And this is why sometimes I get confused, because it's like, men want to be the leaders, they want to be the head of the family, they want to be, so why do you want me to pursue you? Because by nature, men are hunters. I'm not saying that I know men more than they know themselves, but I think when men say they want to be pursued, it comes from a lazy and insecure place. Okay? They don't have the confidence to go out and pursue women. Me personally, I mean, sis, if you want to pursue a man, if you want to make the first move, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not. You know, it's your life. You do things how you know. Get on with it. But for me, it's a no. I believe it's a man's duty to pursue me, to hunt me like they hunt in a field, to show his interest. And I believe as women, we always let men know what time it is anyway. If a man should show me his interest first. I'm sorry, it's not my thing. Obviously, I would let him know that I'm interested. I feel like as a woman, as a feminine woman, we always let them know by our body language, eye contact, smiling, maybe a touch on the shoulders. Like, men know. You know when a woman is interested, and you know when she's just being friendly, and you know when she's not interested. So all this men want to know to know. Maybe after you've showed me that you're interested, now I need to reciprocate that, isn't it? So I need to show you back that I'm digging you too. Men know. So I don't believe that women should show interest first. I definitely wouldn't be vocal to say that I like you or let's go out, let's do this. No. If he's in my presence, he will know that I'm interested. You see, he will know. So I think as a woman, we wait for men to approach us because I'm a traditional woman. It's just how I live my life, and it's a man's duty to pursue me, and then I will show him that I'm interested after. Yeah, absolutely. Because I know people say it's 2023, definitely men want to be chased too. Those are feminine men. And this is what I keep saying to you. You need to know the kind of men that you want to go for. I want a masculine man. A masculine man does not enjoy being pursued by a woman. He might be fascinated by it. It may like make him giggle a little bit, but he likes to go out and pursue women. So I feel like establish the kind of energy you want from your man. If you want a feminine man, then go for it. If you want the type of man that I want, doesn't enjoy women going after him. Did you see what I'm saying? So You just need to figure out what you want for you, and then you go for it, sis. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. It all comes down to you and your standards and how you want to live your life. And for me, because I know the type of man that I need, and I've met these type of men before, and they don't like it. They don't like it. So yeah, figure that out for yourself. So my next thing was texting versus calling. My elegant ladies, when you're dating, be vocal about what you want. So like I said earlier, being vocal and having standards isn't about being dominant, isn't about being demanding. It's about using your feminine energy, your feminine aura, and be soft with it, and just let this man know that what you prefer. Me personally, I always use myself as an example. I don't really like texting. Okay, I find texting is confusing because, as I've learned from experience, people could get the wrong end of the stick. I'm quite cheeky as a person. I don't take myself seriously at all. So, and I like to joke. It doesn't always go down well on text. Do you see what I'm saying? So I know that phone calls are my thing. Obviously, there's times where we might have to text. I always make this known at the beginning that I prefer phone calls over text messages because it will allow me to get to know you better. And as a man who's interested, do you see how I said it with a smile? A man that's interested will be like, oh, okay, so she wants to get to know me better, so I need to call her more. A man that's interested in you will call you anyway. So, and the thing is, I've learned, ladies, if a man does not call you, he doesn't like you. He doesn't want you. A man that wants you will call you. Like, he will call you. If you go to your phone book, his name will be all over your phone book. He will call you. You will be on the phone to this man 24/7. My elegant ladies, make it known at the beginning. If you like texting, then you let him know that, you know, I prefer texts over calls. No. But for me, I prefer phone calls. So I always say that I prefer phone calls over text messages because I want to get to know you better. No. Okay, my babes. So that was everything. The next video I make will be how to behave on your first date. If you want to see that, comment down below and let me know. I will cover what to wear, your makeup and everything. I hope you have enjoyed watching this. Get ready with me talking about dating, how to maintain yourself as an elegant woman, as a classy woman when dating. I hope my tips and tricks were helpful. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And there's something else I can help. To conclude this video, I guess my message is, single ladies, women who are classy and elegant, never settle for less than you deserve. But learn how to be a high valued woman, learn how to use your feminine energy to attract the right men. There is a man out there for you who's willing to give you the world, who's willing to move mountains for you. And it's so true. And for me, like, I believe this, there's a man out there who's willing to move the sky and bring it down for me. Like, if he could do that, he would do it for me. A man who will do everything in his power to make sure that I'm happy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.